Cute animals with unique fur patterns. If you ever had a dog or cat growing up, then odds are you spent hours looking them over and noticing all kinds of weird patterns in their fur. Nature has an uncanny way of producing some really amazing patterns and markings in the most unexpected places. And you don't have to be a dog or cat lover to really appreciate a rare bird with feathers full of hearts or a feline with a rare and really beautiful eye condition. Keep scrolling for some of the most extraordinary fur patterns that some of the most adorable animals in the world have. A two-tone kitten. There's a really lucky pet owner out there who gets to look at this cute kitten every day, and we're pretty jealous. The owner posted this photo of her adorable cat online and commenters went crazy for it. We've seen animals with two different colored eyes before, but we've never seen a pet quite like this one. Its fur is seemingly split down the middle and reversed past its neck. It honestly looks like some kind of crazy mirror trick. Some commenters said that this might be the result of a genetic mutation commonly referred to as a chimera. Two masked cats. This one is pretty cool, and we can only assume that these two cats are related. That's because they both have a patch of black around their eyes that looks like a mask. Surrounding that patch is white fur. It really makes them look like they're getting ready to go out and fight crime or attend a fancy ball somewhere. The idea of either is pretty hilarious to think about. After this photo was posted, someone commented that the masks also reminded them of Zorro and the Bandit. They also kind of look like little trash pandas or raccoons. A dog with a downvote. The pet owner who posted this photo promised that this little guy was a good boy. Despite that, he's had to endure having a downvote on his chest pretty much his entire short life. He also looks really sad in this photo for some reason. It's making us wish we could just cheer him up a bit, but we're sure he's probably just focusing on something really hard. Some smart commenters said that the arrow on his chest wasn't actually a downvote but instead just directions for a belly rub, and we really love that explanation. Two cats in one. Here's another feline with what looks like a chimera mutation. This cat is absolutely gorgeous, and we're really jealous of the pet owner here. This kitten is completely black on the left side of its face, while its right side is orange. It also has different colored eyes and a bright blue eye on its black side. Its body mirrors its face, and it also has a small white patch on its chest. The comments were pretty hilarious when this photo was posted, with some saying this cat carries around a coin to flip and others saying they bet it has 18 lives instead of 9. A puppy with a heart on its head. We've seen dogs with marks that resemble hearts before, but those are usually on their chest. This tiny puppy has a heart pattern that's sure to make dog lovers fall in love. Its heart is actually on its head and it's super well defined. It's probably one of the best heart markings we've ever seen, and even the way this pup's white fur outlines the actual heart is really cool. He's a pretty adorable little canine in this photo, and we bet that heart pattern is going to look just as great when he grows up and gets a little bigger. A puppy with a paw on its nose. If there ever was a marking or pattern that just asked to be booped, this is it. Somehow, this tiny little canine has a perfect doggy paw print on its nose. This is a super cool photo, and it just makes us want to reach out and touch this dog's nose. However, we're sure this little guy gets plenty of that from his owner and anybody else he sees. We actually kind of feel sorry for him because he's going to go through his entire life with people booping his nose and he probably has no idea why. A dairy cow with a lucky 7. If you've never looked up videos of cows just chilling and having fun with their owners, then do yourself a favor and look into it. They're actually kind of like big playful dogs. Anyway, this particular cow is lucky enough to have a distinct number 7 pattern on its forehead. And we're sure it really is a lucky cow if it has an owner willing to take a photo and show it off online. Apparently, it's not all that uncommon for some types of bovines to have different markings or patterns similar to the one in this photo, according to some commenters. A stunning canine with vitiligo. This beautiful canine is probably one of the most unique we've ever seen. According to the pet owner, this dog has vitiligo, which is a pigment condition. Many humans also have vitiligo, and it's really not that uncommon. However, we've never seen it in a dog before and it looks really cool. The dog's name is Heidi and Heidi's face looks ghost white except for the darker patches of fur. It makes for a really neat looking color combination, especially with the little patches that look like eyebrows. If you're a dog lover, like us, then you probably just want to reach out and give Heidi a big hug right now. A spot-bellied eagle owl. This particular bird's common name is a spot-bellied eagle owl, so all of those beautiful hearts on its body shouldn't really be a huge surprise. However, they don't always have hearts as defined as the one on this owl's feathers. The last thing a rodent would see when this guy was swooshing down would be a blur of hearts, feathers, and talons, which is both terrifying and kind of majestic. These particular owls are native to India and they usually have larger eyebrows, so if you're ever out that way then keep your eyes peeled for owls covered in hearts. A feline with a mustache. If you're a cat lover then we have a photo for you. This particular cat has what appears to be a mustache, and it's absolutely adorable. We honestly wouldn't be able to take this little kitty seriously. Depending on how you look at it, this mustache is either really dapper or comically villainous, but that's generally the only two ways you could look at a cat in general, anyway. After this photo was posted online, a lot of people likened this cat's mustache to the Pringles mustache and now we really can't unsee that. We also imagine it talking in a French accent. A black cat with vitiligo. Here's another feline with vitiligo, but this little kitty is all black. We have to admit, at first, we thought that he maybe just had a bunch of random white spots or had been splashed with something. However, a lot of commenters said that their first thought was that this cat looked like the night sky. We love that thought and now all we can see is a starry sky. Some of its spots even look like they're oval-shaped or elongated, which is what some stars or galaxies look like from a distance. We hope this guy has a pet owner who appreciates its pattern as much as we do. A Dalmatian with a spot. Dalmatians are probably one of the most iconic canine breeds out there. They're pretty much known for having unique patterns and spots, and when we first saw this photo we thought it was just about Dalmatians in general, but this dog has a special spot. According to the pet owner, this dog's name is Wiley, and Wiley's nose is shaped like a heart. If you look closely you can see a heart-shaped pattern extending from Wiley's nose. It's pretty adorable and makes us want to go out and find a Dalmatian. Speaking of which, we haven't actually seen one in years, and they seem to be getting rarer. An annoyed cat with a large heart. Felines can be fickle and this cat is no different. The pet owner posted this photo and their cat looks downright annoyed. However, we can't blame them because otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten this pic. The cat has a huge heart pattern on its chest, which is much more common in canines than in cats. We've never actually seen a kitty with a heart patch on its chest until seeing this photo. The heart is also really distinct in that it's absolutely huge in proportion to the rest of the cat's body. It literally takes up the cat's entire chest, which is kind of unique to see. A kitten with a split pattern. Here's another feline with a chimera mutation. However, this one seems to only have two different patterns on its face unlike some of the other chimeras on this list. Its eyes are also the same color. But we love the gray and black color combination and it's split perfectly down the middle of this kitty's face, which looks really cool. This cat also has a nice little white patch on its chest. A lot of commenters said that this pattern reminded them of the Phantom of the Opera after this photo was posted, and maybe that's because of the dark color combinations. We could totally see that though. A two-tone budgie. Most people have seen or had one of these little guys before. This is called a budgie and they're really brightly colored, but they usually come in either blue or green. This particular budgie looks like he couldn't decide what color he wanted to be, so he just went for both colors. We're not exactly sure if this is a chimera, but it would make sense considering the two-tone pattern that splits down this bird's body. It's really cool looking and even its face is different colors on either side. One side is yellow and the other side is white. Oh, and its nose being blue means it's a boy. A kitten with eyebrows. This pet owner posted a picture of their cat, named Sam, to show off their cat's eyebrows. We have to say, we've never seen a cat with eyebrows quite like Sam's. This kitty has all white fur and two perfect bushy black patches right above its eyes. We're sure Sam's owner bursts out laughing at random moments when looking at their cat. Sam just looks so confused with those eyebrows. Of course, that's not Sam's fault, and the cat probably isn't confused, most of the time, but it's hard not to look at Sam and just ask what's wrong. A kitten with a heart on its nose. There's a canine on this list with a heart-shaped pattern on its nose, so we just had to even things out with a feline. A pet owner had gotten this kitten not too long before posting this photo of it online. As you can see, the cat has a heart-shaped pattern right there on its nose. We're always a little more hesitant to boop a cat than a dog, but we doubt we could resist if we saw this kitten in person. We might just have to endure the claws because this kitten is pretty adorable. This kitten is probably going to be even more gorgeous when it gets a bit older. A cat with a unique mark. There were a lot of thermometer and cat-themed jokes from plenty of commenters after this photo was posted online, but we'll leave those up to our readers' imaginations. Someone's cat randomly started turning gray. This is a pretty cool pattern. A pet owner posted this photo of their cat, appropriately named Scrappy, and said that the cat started turning gray in random spots after it turned 7 years old. The owner said that it might have been caused by vitiligo, but a lot of commenters were skeptical. They said it was more likely due to a graying gene. Either way, it looks really cool. It makes us wonder if Scrappy is eventually going to turn all gray in the future. He looks like he was about halfway there when this photo was taken. Although, we do like this pattern and it reminds us of a snowy day. A two-faced feline. Here's another unique cat with what looks like the chimera mutation. This cat, named Venus, has two different colors of fur on its face. Not only that, but it also has differently colored eyes, which look really cool. Half of its face is black and the other half is orange. Its body is mostly orange, but you can see patches of black everywhere, and we're not entirely sure if it's because of the mutation. However, that would make sense. This cat's blue eye is also really beautiful and bright blue. There's another cat on this list with a similar pattern but seemingly reversed. A street cat with a unique pattern. Someone posted this photo of a street cat they found under the title, "This lurker with interesting fur patterns." This guy definitely looks like a lurker in this photo. He also looks like one of those cats you wouldn't want to approach without some caution. However, a keen-eyed commenter noted that this guy is actually just a really unique breed of cat that you don't really see all that often. This cat is most likely a Transylvanian breed of cat with what's called a Carpati pattern. So, he's not really scary at all. He's just a little misunderstood, is all. However, that does make us wonder what this guy is doing out on the street. A paw with a smaller paw. We're kind of torn on this one. Before seeing this photo, we thought the pets with paw prints on their noses were the most boopable on this list, but now we're re-evaluating that statement. This is either a dog or a cat with a tiny, adorable paw print on its paw. It's most likely a dog, as we don't see any claws out and ready to swing at its owner. As you might expect, there were plenty of funny comments from people after this photo was posted online, but our favorite was from someone who posted, "Pawception. It still makes us laugh." A very unique pattern on this good boy's chest. Sometimes, spotting patterns on pets is a lot like spotting patterns in clouds, it takes a little imagination. This pet owner must have a lot of imagination because we probably would have looked at the pattern on this dog's chest and then thought nothing of it. Now, we can't unsee a cat sneezing. The white area looks just like a cat if they were captured mid-sneeze, and it's pretty adorable, especially on a big dog like this one.